Everyone, Connor Kroon here again. So do me a favor, please. I'm trying to get this channel about Facebook advertising, e-commerce, and dropshipping growing. So please hit the subscribe button below this video so you won't miss out on any of the future videos that I upload. So today we're going to look at how to target broad niches and products using Facebook advertising, specifically using lookalike audiences and the pixel data. Now, this is a problem I see. A lot of people have products that are really cool and probably have like a big audience and are very they have good potential. However, because they're so broad and they would target so many people, people are finding it hard to know what they should put into the interest targeting section. You know, it doesn't really have a niche because it's such a broad product. So here's a strategy. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward that you can use for products such as these. You know, if it's like a phone case, or I'm sure you saw them before, like a phone case that sticks to anywhere, like the wall of a kitchen. For that example, who would you target for that? Phone users? That's a market that's in billions. So products like that, this strategy works extremely effectively for. For the more niche related products, I advise you just go and do the laser targeting method for those types of products. So let's get right into it. So over here, we can see that I'm sure for most products, like I mentioned, the smartphone cover that sticks to anywhere, you can target at least one basic interest that'll work. So we would target smartphone users, maybe flex targeting with gadget and technology or early technology adopters, just to bring the audience size down. Now, make sure it's in one country. We need it to be in one country because for lookalike audiences, you could only use data from one single country. So America, the USA, is pretty big, 330 million people, so that usually isn't a problem. Sorry, I just got a Shopify sale, best sound in the world. So once you've done that targeting, you're probably going to get pretty expensive conversions and view contents and add to carts and everything because it's such a broad targeting. It's not optimal, and you are going to get very expensive clicks and high CPMs. But just bear with it until you get 1,000 view contents. That's the magic number you have to wait for view contents. Then what you can do is create a custom audience using the product page URL in the audiences tool section of the Facebook ads platform. This is pretty straightforward. I might do a separate video on how to do that if some of the beginners need help with that. From that custom audience, you then create a lookalike audience of minimum 500,000. When you're creating a lookalike audience, you can choose the option to use 1% of the total country's population. Remember, we can only use one country. 1%, 2%, I think it is, 3%, 5%, or even more. Obviously, the bigger percentage you use, the bigger the audience is going to be. So minimum 500,000. I think in America, if you choose the smallest option, which is 1%, you get an audience size of about 2 million. Personally, I know I said here minimum 500,000, but for lookalike audiences, I actually prefer to go a little bit higher. When I'm doing interest targeting, I go for like 500,000 to a million. When I'm doing lookalike audiences, I go for 2 million. Because it's 2 million, you've greater chance to scale. So once we have that lookalike audience built up, we will then drop the ad sets that use the broad interest targeting. We set it up here. We'll drop them because the plan is when we have this lookalike audience built from 1,000 view contents, then we should start getting much better metrics, much cheaper clicks, much cheaper view contents, and hopefully much cheaper purchases. So then from then on, we only use the lookalike audience. And here's the best part. The lookalike audience from view contents is dynamic. As people go onto the product page and view it, the source audience will change and take in their data. And so this is like an ongoing effect. So you don't have to go back and recreate new view content audiences every single time. This is a really nice feature of the Facebook ads platform. Say, for example, if you were to create a lookalike audience of people who are customers using their email address, you have to go back every time and re-upload your email list, which is a small inconvenience. So I hope you like the strategy. Remember, it's a pretty simple, pretty straightforward strategy for people who are having difficulty targeting broad niches with products that are not really niche specific and would appeal to the vast majority of the population. This strategy is very effective for that type of situation. So again, guys, Let's just got another sale. Oh, 128. So yeah, if you found this video useful, please subscribe. I'm trying to grow the channel, trying to put as much value out there as possible, and I would really appreciate if you subscribed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.